how much faking you do, how much of a pretension you do, how much of an acting you do. If they understand this, then they will dive deep until you get cornered. People want people who are enthusiastic, positive, motivated. If you take 100 jobs in the world, go for an interview, 99.9% of the jobs require a person who is a good communicator. Mind you, if you are not able to tell your academic subjects that you studied in the third semester interview to the people, 100% you get rejected. Finally, you are taken for a job interview. You have to perform a set of duties. You need to have soft skills. You need to have technical skills, managerial, functional, domain, leadership skills. Hello, welcome back to another episode on the interview process, especially the exposure stage. We have done a few videos on this, giving tips about how to pass, how to be careful, how to probably lead and direct an interview process like that. Now, maybe a slight repetition of the previous videos, but then I will have to tell you as a panel member what you do, and as a candidate, you should be aware what the panel is looking at you from this particular exposure stage. We are talking about exposure stage, initiation, exposure, very important stage in an interview process. So what do the panel members look at you in this stage, right? So in the panel, they will be looking at non-verbal cues, how your facial expression, how your diffidence show on your face, how much faking you do, how much of a pretension you do, how much of an acting you do. If they understand this, then they will dive deep until you get cornered. So be honest. Let the body talk. So there is an open body language poster that you have. The body talks to them. Non-verbal cues, the way you communicate, the brightness in the eyes, the way in which you look at people, the body communicate. They will be looking at non-verbal cues from you, whether you have done or not. Okay, it will give them insights about confidence, engagement, and overall personality, which is very important in the exposure stage. Then what else do they look at? They look at your enthusiasm and engagement level. How good a person you are, how enthusiastic you are about the job, about the company, about taking up new job role, etc. People want people who are enthusiastic, positive, motivated. Even if you work in a fish market, there is a book called Fish. Even if you work in a fish market, they want you to be smiling and cheerful and enthusiastic. Everybody, an engaging type of person, Genuine interest and motivations are very important. They will be looking at gauging these things, right? And then the most important aspect, they look at your communication, articulation, presentation skill. If you take 100 jobs in the world, go for an interview, 99.9% of the jobs require a person who is a good communicator. Definitely. You may be unnecessarily go for a highly, technically oriented, intensive technical job that you find in Germany or maybe in NASA or an R&D job like that, where you don't have to talk to people but only get them in a network of software programming and coding, etc. Otherwise, they look at your communication, articulation, presentation, comprehension, listening abilities, ability to ask probing questions, learning ability, etc. It's very important, which will be shown to them through your communication ability. And then they check your knowledge, latest technological knowledge, the project that you have gone through, the learnings that you had, whether you know it, whether you can remember it, your academic subjects knowledge if you are a fresher. Mind you, if you are not able to tell your academic subjects that you studied in the third semester interview to the people, 100% you get rejected. So your exposure knowledge is very important. And if you can tell something about the latest technology, not in a much detail, but at least in a understandable layman's language, they will appreciate it. Knowledge, communication, knowledge, skills are important. And finally, Your general qualification and skills are important. Knowledge, awareness is important. Then your skill set, what you can bring to the table. Finally, you are taken for a job interview. You have to perform a set of duties. You need to have soft skills. You need to have technical skills, managerial, functional, domain, leadership skills. So they will look at all these skills. So it will be through your project's exposure, through the jobs that you handle. You could be handling multidisciplinary jobs, but the learnings that you have, and if you have learned skills and built a competency, that will be good for you to be looked at as a very good managerial prospect. So the panel will be looking at all the aspects. You show it to them and you can land in a good job. So be aware of this, practice it well, visualize it well, and be successful. And please share this video and subscribe to it and share it to multiple people so that it could be useful to any one of them. See you next time.